I'm Adrian Selkowitz, Director of a Rising Storm.
My name is Chad Smeltz, and I'm the Director of Esports for Harrisburg University and the Harrisburg Storm.
My name is Chu, and I'm the Head Coach for League of Legends at Harrisburg University.
This is the story of Harrisburg University's world-class esports program, who just defended their national championship in Overwatch this summer.
Being able to do this documentary and even start this university esports program means so much to me.
This film shows the steps that a young university took to make a gigantic splash in collegiate esports, using the right staff and having the right support.
I get to see the dedication of the staff and the coaches, and especially the players. These guys define what collegiate esports can be.
I really hope that this insight the film provides allows for more universities to do the same in the future.
I hope that you enjoy this film as much as I do, and I hope that it encourages you to believe in yourself and follow your passions.
Throughout the documentary, if you have any questions, myself, Joemeister, and Xpecial will be here to answer any questions that you might have, so feel free to ask anything that you'd like. Enjoy the film, and thanks for watching.
And welcome in. I'm Mad Magical, joined in by the one and the only Steven Return Johnson. We're here for the grand finals of the Hugh Invitational.
This is finally the end of the drought. We are back to collegiate season. The summer is over. Everyone's back to playing.
One thing in game, one thing in draft, one game at a time, and we're going to go and smash that.
Go Reaper, don't go back. This is not the time to be frustrated. This is your only time to prove yourself. Literally the last 2 months of preparation, everything we've done comes down to today, this match.
1, 2, 3, start!
I want to tell you a story. It's a story about video games, but honestly, it's more than that. It's about transformation, the birth of an industry in a city hoping to redefine itself after decades of struggle. This city, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, is my hometown. My name is Chad Smeltz. I'm the Director of Esports for Harrisburg University. I wear many hats, but if anything is related to esports at the university, I try and take care of it. Esports are competitive video games. The phenomenon is relatively new, but it's already a billion-dollar industry. Collegiate esports are the next chapter, and it's only just begun. When it comes to building a collegiate esports program, there's no roadmap to follow, so we're working to build one. To do that, we're relying on our instincts to lead the way. If we succeed, we have a chance to define what collegiate esports can become. If we fail, the repercussions will be felt throughout the city.
Because if I was living in Toronto too, I'd be living somewhere downtown. Right. I wouldn't live in the suburbs.
I would say we'll look at Midtown.
Right.
Because that's like the up and coming area for young people like you.
Right.
The day I realized that I'd be coming to Harrisburg to be head coach of the Overwatch team, it was a very surreal moment. This would be my first gig as a coach. My first day in Harrisburg, at Harrisburg University, was me walking into a training facility I'd never seen before. I didn't expect to see a campus that takes up, a good part of downtown Harrisburg.
I definitely have given up a lot to come here. I see it as something that I have passion for, and I'll do anything that I can to give these guys a better opportunity than what I had.
Both Alex and Joe are legendary gamers. When they left the professional scene to join our collegiate program in Harrisburg, it was a revolution. The impact was felt immediately.
Well set up one more time. Utah flying 1 by 1. Can anyone get back to the point? And it's Harrisburg! Harrisburg is your champion!
After we won the Overwatch National Championship, I met with Joe. The tournament was proof that collegiate esports are growing rapidly. To stay competitive though, we have to expand the roster, but doing so jeopardizes the current dynamic. Joe needs to find players who can work with our existing team and be a good fit for the program.
We've got a player coming in. He's a top 500 player from Europe. I really like what he can do in game. And of all the players we looked at, he showed the most interest in the educational aspect of our program. I was on a plane when I was 4, but then when I got into esports, I was on planes all the time. I don't think he's ever traveled before either. What's up, man? Joe, nice to meet you. Some of your teammates here?
Pops. Sound? It's on.
So we can probably head over to the dorms.
Is this your first time in America?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's awesome, yeah.
Yes, it is my very first time in the States. It has been like a dream to visit States at some point, but now that I actually get to do it, it's pretty cool to be here, especially in such an opportunity like this. To be honest, when I arrived here, I wasn't expecting my first time in the States to be in Harrisburg, out of all places, but people are very friendly and very open and welcoming. That's what I like about Harrisburg the most. I play Overwatch. Overwatch is a team-based shooter, 6 versus 6 players. Ever since competitive was released, I've been in the top leaderboards.
I know, once you use your ult, they get higher.
So I started the season as the returning national champion. Being benched or being moved down to the B team, it's a wake-up call of we need to work even harder. The good thing about my teammates is we're all really close friends. We all talk to each other. We all basically share like a brotherhood. Everyone on the team has the same basic idea of we just want to win. We want to be the best.
Each year, we host the nation's largest collegiate esports tournament, known as the Hugh Invitational. 64 teams from all over the country descend on Harrisburg to compete in a variety of games. Hey, if Illinois Wesleyan can't attend, I have them as a 1 seed right now because they've been doing pretty well. Do you think Michigan State would be a fair replacement? This year, Harrisburg has teams in both the Overwatch and League of Legends tournaments. It's still preseason, but there's a lot at stake. There's a prize pool of just over $50,000. But really, this is our chance to evaluate the teams. There's a lot of pressure on the players to succeed. The coaches are watching their every move. Everyone wants to win.
This is all you.
Cool.
Where the fuck are we?
Where the fuck are we on everything?
Start from beginning to end.
We are 10 days out. I couldn't have been more than maybe 6. I remember the massive CRTV with one of the giant backs that weighed about 8 million pounds and could have crushed and killed me at any point in time. We were a Nintendo household, so we played a lot of party games, a lot of things that Nintendo is famous for. My younger brother and I, we used to fight over who would get to play the Blockbuster rental game first. So when my brother got to play, I hopped on to PC games. I started playing a lot more of them, which has kind of led me to the way I've been gaming today.
See, I've almost always been a PC gamer. I guess I realized I was a gamer when, you make priorities in your life. Am I going to play a game? Am I going to go out to the bars and drink? Am I going to go run? Am I going to read a book? Am I going to, you make these choices about what you do with your free time. And mine was always, I'm going to go play a game. My name is Eric Dar, and I'm the president here at Harrisburg University of Science and Technology.
I grew up in a nice Harrisburg. When you had so many more stores, you could get whatever you want by just coming downtown. So I actually lived through the hurricane here in 1972. The flood came all the way up to Cameron and Market. Things downtown changed after the flood. Part of our community got washed away. That took away a lot of the jobs out of the inner city. No major manufacturer ever moved back into Harrisburg.
I'm in college. college, and at this point I realized that I'm good at video games. And when I started beating professional players, there's a way that you can talk to them in the game. I would give them a history fact. And at first they were like not very thrilled about that. And then after a while they would request facts. They'd be like, hey, can you tell me something about Abraham Lincoln? Or can you tell me about this country? 2 of these different professional players hosted me on Twitch, and they took their viewership base and they gave it to my stream after they were done. So I went from having 5 people watch me to 12,000 in 1 second. On my stream I would talk about teaching and coaching and how to get better at the game, and I was very educational about it. And I got an offer to try out to be a professional coach for League of Legends in California.
Harrisburg at the time was the biggest capital across all 50 states that didn't have its own 4-year university. That's a problem. The mayor took it upon himself to say, look, we're going to start a new university, and help me think through what that's going to look like. I mean, we just kind of just jumped into the task of describing a new university, like, and suspended belief in some sense, about the possibility. It was interesting intellectually, but I didn't think it was going to go too far, in the very beginning.
It's great to see you all here. I'm thrilled to be able to welcome you to the ribbon cutting for the new student union for Harrisburg University. It's a great day for the university, and we've been wanting a student union like this space since founding day, way back when.
And now we will be proceeding with the ceremonial ribbon cutting.
1, 2, 3.
I could see the upswing. I could see the turnaround. So many good people, young people, has changed Harrisburg. And with Harrisburg University coming downtown, it's like skyrocket. I mean, the university has made the community so much better. It's amazing, like how they got downtown thriving again.
Eric is a visionary and Eric is a gamer. And so Eric actually had his eye on esports. So we did research, thought it through, talked it through. We jumped in. We were the first university in Pennsylvania signed up with NACE to have a collegiate varsity esports team. So the first thing we said is, listen, we need to hire someone to run this program. We need someone who knows esports, who fits us, who can essentially be director of esports.
I'm in California, and I've been doing this for like 3-ish years, and I get a message from a friend that's basically like, hey, I heard about a college that's going to be doing an esports program. And to me, like, that's cool, but esports programs and collegiate had not been at a place where they were taken seriously. And he messages me and he's like, I think that they're going to put a lot of effort and time and money and all these different things, and I think that they're going to offer full ride scholarships as well. And I was like, okay, well, where's it at? He says, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I thought my friend was just screwing with me. So I messaged him, I was like, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. You realize I'm from there, right? And he's like, what?
You Google HistoryTeacher and you see world-class player, world-class general manager.
So I come out, I kind of realized that like they were serious. I went back and I was like, I think I might be taking this job if they offer it. And I had a bunch of friends message me. They're like, you're nuts. Like, don't leave. You're absolutely nuts.
And then from there, it just went to building a program and what that looked like.
Our university is a major part of this city. Any sports team we have will interact with the community. That's just a part of being in this program.
You want to take a picture with it? 3, 2, 1. Looking good.
Brian Humphrey is the backbone of our program. He just is the most helpful guy I've ever interacted with, and if you go out anywhere with Brian, he will know everyone in the city.
I see him, the one that got the glass. He looks like most Aiden.
Uh-oh, he's seen you guys play on Twitch. Who has the most views? We from Harrisburg, like yo, we right downtown. What's happening, man? How you doing?
That's 11. You skipped 10? No, it's a statistic. Yeah. I just missed one somehow.
Academics are the #1 priority here. You don't make the grades, you don't play. It's just as simple as that.
You guys are all the same.
Backpack off. Put your things down.
You think of a sports program, you have physical training and you have study halls.
Go up.
Why wouldn't you have that apart for the esports program? It's a varsity program. So yeah, we expect you to get good grades and we expect you to be active.
So extend the arms all the way. All I want you to do, pull. Yeah. You got 5s?
Yeah, it's really heavy.
If you are not shaking by the time you get to rep 18, you need to take it up. So remember, you always
I do discipline them to at least always give me a mile or do just high intensity interval training. But then I also focus on their hands because there's so many little muscles that you don't even think about and that you use every day, especially for them and what they do on a day-to-day basis.
To the left side one more time. Select Medical is our physical therapy provider. At the beginning of each semester, we do a baseline on every student. Hands, wrists, arms, shoulders, backs, to evaluate whether they need physical therapy. We also give them guidelines on how to sit to help them avoid injuries that can occur over time.
How are you making out having a second team and you're the only coach? Are we gonna need to get another coach to work underneath you?
That would be best.
What we don't want to have happen is you're spending all your time with these same 5 players, and then you have someone who you actually like, who you're trying to develop, and you ignore them for a semester.
So the idea of another coach for me is a little more complex than that. I think the biggest issue with the B team right now is that A team has their own scrims, B team has their own scrims. So if one team is scrimming, I can't physically be with the other team supervising them in game. So that's the problem. So that's what the second coach for me would be able to do. But they need to be there for a lot longer than just the 1 hour session or whatever for it to be effective.
All right. Well, you guys think about it. I think you guys can make your own decisions, but I think whatever makes good sense for you guys.
We've done all we can to get the teams ready for Hugh, but adding new players has been a strain for the coaching staff. There's still some uncertainty from this going into the tournament.
Got a couple numbers for you guys. 32 million, the number of people that watched the NBA Finals last year. 38 million, the number of people that watched the World Series. 94 million, the number of people that watched the Super Bowl. 58 million watched the League of Legends Finals last year. This year, they're expecting 200 million. And if you want to talk about the future, this stat is the future. More people consume gaming online each month than the amount of people that consume ESPN, Netflix, and HBO combined.
I'm very excited for Hugh Fest. I can't wait to show what I'm made of. I'm kind of worried about how our teammates are going to play it out. I'm kind of worried if they're going to be like anxious on stage, they won't make any calls, but I feel like we got this still.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for Hugh Fest. We're basically looking to stomp Maryville because of our rivalry. We just need to go up on stage and put on a performance.
Day 1 at Hugh is pool play madness. You have over 200 computers running simultaneously as 64 teams play at once, all fighting for a spot on the leaderboards.
Storm is going to be playing Ohio State.
And then Typhoon?
I believe they're playing Stevenson University. So they're both 3-0, so if they both win this match, then we'll be done for the day and they'll both be in quarterfinals.
That's fine. Take out this. Reaper hop?
I'm here. Are you guys fighting? Are you fighting?
I'm way mid. You come mid.
Oh yeah, I'll cut.
Both Overwatch teams win their pool play matches. Good job. The league teams quickly follow suit. With the pool play rounds complete, Alex and Joe prep their teams for the semifinals.
We played well today, but we need to play better tomorrow, all right? You can watch the games, do whatever, but just relax.
Our team's full, right?
Everyone?
Yes.
When you were younger,
Did you ever think that all of this would lead to where we are today, full-ride scholarship?
Telling people I just have a full ride scholarship to a university to play video games is like, it amazes everyone I talk to.
What would you say for really young kids, what would you hope that they would take away from your and maybe other people's stories?
First off, it's definitely a possibility. If you really want to do this, like, seek it out. Put in the hours, you know, if you really like a game or really like to compete, all you have to do is make sure you're on top of like all aspects of your life as well, you know?
Watch out for Rud, watch out for Rud.
I'm just out, guys.
Lucio now, Lucio.
2-0 for us. Guys, don't get frustrated during the map. Someone needs to step up and say go next or reset. So just listen to each other, wait for them to make the mistake. We're still the better team. See, they think they have a chance now, but they don't. Good luck, boys. You guys got it.
We got it. Let's clean this. Let's go! Let's go!
Good job. After hard-fought matches, both of the Storm's A teams advanced to the finals.
Oh my god, we made finals. I'm so excited to see how these two teams are going to stack up against one another.
Exactly. It's been hotly contested the entire time through at HUE Fest 2019.
They have to prove themselves right now because they have a lot to live up to from last year, from the last collegiate split. And what a better way than to go up against Maryville University and try to see if you can take down the top.
If Harrisburg's able to overcome them here, they can overcome nearly anything in this scene.
All fucking dead. Only Shorter Ace is alive, and I don't think it's going to stand for very much longer.
And that might just be it.
That's the game. Congratulations out to Maryville, the Titans of Collegiate.
Okay. All right. Play ball. All right.
It was like 6-6 or nice. Very nice.
We did well. It was a good tournament for us. We lost to the better team. That's fine. These guys are the Titans for a reason. These guys are the undefeated collegiate team, and
next year we're gonna have to beat them. They're a team to beat, and it means that we have a ways to go.
Welcome everybody to the 2019 second annual Hugh Invitational Overwatch Grand Finals, everybody. We have a rematch of the semifinals from the National Championship of last year for you guys tonight. And get a round of applause first for Maryville. And now tonight for you, we have the hometown heroes, Harrisburg University.
Olu pushing forward now as he's the sole doofist on the field. It does feel like Harrisburg slowly being pushed back off at this point now, and they have to give up a lot of ground.
Harrisburg has control.
But it looks like Maryville are going to keep their hold on the point.
So it'll be last ditch effort here for Harrisburg.
And Maryville, they've done their maths, man. And they come up with the answer here to break the code on Parrots.
We can come back. The other team came back. They were down 2-0, and they almost reverse swept. So more energy, better comms, planning. Remember the fundamentals. Don't panic. Don't be nervous. I mean, this is still winnable.
All right, Storm on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Storm! Good luck, guys. You have it.
Bring it back, Harrisburg. Let's go!
Maryville are up 2-0.
It has been a rough series for Harrisburg.
Cyrus is going to make his way here to the right. Olu going to try and pinch it from the left here. Harrisburg going for a two-pronged approach, and it gets them Aether to start the fight. Maryville are going to come back and finish what they started. This is not the way we expected this to go. From Cyrus to keep hope alive for Harrisburg University, but the kills keep coming in favor of Maryville University. They're throwing everything at Harrisburg, and they've got nothing left to offer. For the second year in a row, Maryville come out on top as Hugh Invitational champions.
We tried. We did our best. Don't be sad about it. You got to learn how to lose. Just so you know, we're still national champions. They don't take that away. Well played.
Obviously, losing Hugh is not the greatest feeling. I was really proud with the way I played and the way B team played. Hugh taught us that our communication and being able to discuss your flaws is something that you need to carry over even into practice. This next season, I'm hoping to meet Maryville in the grand finals of TESPA and 3-0ing them and making them feel how we feel at Hugh.
Hugh is a preseason tournament. While losing really sucks for the players, for the program, it was a major success. Seeing how the teams perform on the big stage gives us a chance to make adjustments heading into the regular season.
The starting lineup in particular that we had going into Hugh, I was pretty confident in. On the big stage, there was no one who really stepped up. We didn't have anyone like a leader.
But that was a big decision on your part because not only are Hunter and Hobbs out, but Smoody and Swish are out too.
Right.
So you really had 4 starters out of 6 from May not playing.
I think a big part of it came down to inexperience, just not knowing how to handle the nerves and how to use them to your advantage. I think that really got to them.
So you added back in?
Yep, so I added back in Hobbs and Hunter.
A little bit more experience.
Yep, correct.
Basically.
More experience, more leadership, and that's it really.
So who went down then from A to B?
Olu and Akawa.
Okay. Do we have to recruit anybody for coming up in the spring semester? Because if we're going to do that, we do have to do it now.
There will be a couple students who will no longer be a part of our program. Each student has their own situation, their own case.
I'm proud of you guys for making the changes you need to make, because I think they're tough changes. As long as we're plugging forward and we're going into January in the right spot, that's as a program, that's what we want. At the end of the day, you need these kids to be happy.
Right now, I feel like I just wanted to go back home to just kind of, I guess, recharge myself up a bit. The decision why I wanted to leave was, well, it's pretty simple. It didn't have anything to do with anyone in the staff or anything, because I like everyone in the staff a lot, but it's more like for my own benefit that I go back home. The lack of family and friends, I feel like I'm just kind of missing out on them. This whole experience made me grow as a person. I think I'm a lot more independent than I was when I first came here. Always make sure to do what is best for you. No one else can control it. You're the one who is responsible for your own well-being.
As the Overwatch team deals with Olu's departure, our league team heads to DreamHack Atlanta to test a new strategy.
Part of the job when you're recruiting players is to talk to the parents, right? The natural question a parent's going to ask is, so where does this take my child? What's going to happen? Are they going to get a job, or are they going to just play games the rest of their life? That's what we're doing. I mean, we're working with the businesses and industries to create the workforce that they need today. We're doing it in healthcare, we're doing it in advanced manufacturing, we're doing it in computer science and cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data analytics, now esports. And esports may be the fastest growing industry of all of them.
A big lesson that we learned at Hugh was that the team dynamic was off. We needed to find the right combination of players. For Zing, I felt like his voice in game was very dominant, and in some ways he was actually holding back some other players from being able to grow and get better. Because Zing is such a good leader and he's so smart about the game, promoting him to assistant coach will benefit him, the team, and myself by having an extra person to bounce ideas off of.
Good to go.
We can take this. I'm here. Walk up. To my red dot.
Taking a player like Zing and promoting him to coach is a bold move, but Alex knows what he's doing. Beating a powerhouse like Columbia College is a major achievement and a huge morale boost heading into the regular season. After some early experimentation, Alex has figured it out.
Holy shit.
Like, just because you don't get the kills, it's not, at least you're not losing a lane, you know?
Well, a lot of times when it happens like
Back in Harrisburg, Joe and his Overwatch team are handed a unique opportunity to face off against India's National Overwatch team. It's the perfect chance to test the new starting lineup.
Everything is new, blank slate. It was easy for us to jump in and do esports. Why not? Harrisburg 20, 50 years from now is going to be known because of Harrisburg University and esports and concerts and the other things that come along with the university, economic development.
There's no kid in the world who hasn't come across some kind of video game already in their lifetime, and I don't see that changing just because of how popular video games have become and how much of a global phenomenon it really is. We've made a decision recently to bring on a new assistant coach. His name is Sheikh. This is someone who I have played with before on a team, someone who I have worked with before. I think Sheikh will be integral in our ability to secure another national championship.
Welcome to the Harrisburg University versus Team India show match for Overwatch.
Heading into the 2020 season, we're national champions, and we're looking to keep it that way. Everyone is going to be coming after us, and we have to be prepared. I think the one thing to remember, if it's effort matters, putting in hard work and effort means a lot to a whole lot of people.
I call him the man. There's nobody like Chad Smeltz. Our program wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for him, because he knew everything about esports. He knew the industry, he knew the coaches, he knew the games, he knew everything.
When I look back at everything we've accomplished, I'm incredibly thankful. I never imagined that I'd be back here, where I grew up, helping shape the next big collegiate sport, but that's exactly what's happening. I watch these students grow and adapt just as quickly as our program. They are the future. Everything they learn here, all the friendships they make, they will transform this city. Then they'll go out and change the world. You know what the craziest part is, though? This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to see what happens next.